Hey everyone, welcome to Millspouse Conversations, the home of the conversation and military spouse social hours. I am your host, Sybil Jones, and I am so excited to chat with you guys tonight because we have a very special and important topic tonight. Before we begin, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to our sponsor, USAA, for sponsoring this season of The Conversation. All right, so tonight we are going to chat with you about showing yourself a little love. How many of you show yourself some love? Tell me in the comments. Talk to us tonight, yo. Talk to us in the comments because we love to be convolicious. All right. All of the conversation starters, we all have the gift of gab. We do. We do. Yes, we sure do. All right. So before we begin tonight's show, I'm going to bring our lovely conversation starters on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me turn on some jams because we all like to dance up in here. So conversation starters, here we go. First up, we have the lovely, amazing, fabulous Anna Bruner, and she is our self-care guru here at Millspouse Conversation. Hey, Anna.
Hey, I love this jam.
Go ahead, girl. Work it out for us. Sway for us.
I don't know if you want to see this though. I kind of lost my groove since having kids.
Girl, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We forgot how to jam out, right? Will you back it up?
Right. You caught me off guard with the slow song. I was waiting for like a peppy, 90s dance.
You need some pep. All right, girl. Look, that's all you have to say. Here we go. Work it out, girl. Work it out. Here we go. Watch for that beat. Get it, girl.
No, you've got to dance with me. I know everybody out there in Facebook land just wants to be jamming to this with me.
Oh my gosh. All right, next up, we have the crew. All right, come on, girl. Bring that shoulder action in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're, okay. Look at that. She's bringing it.
Get it, girl. Come on, give us the shoulder.
Shoulders. I'm supposed to do my shoulders.
Come on.
I don't think this is not a shoulder dance.
No, girl. You better make it shoulder dance. Come on.
Well, you better speed up the tempo. No, definitely not. This is your mama's music. This not your mama was not doing those,
My mama was.
Not to this though.
Hey.
You can't tell us to jam and then tell us how to jam. You gotta manage your own business when people jamming. You mess their jam up, girl. You mess their jam up.
I like to tell people how to jam. Jam, girl.
Pat myself on the back. Intro.
All right.
Hey, Anna.
Hey, Sheeta.
I saw you dancing, and I was
We like to have fun up in here, y'all. Hey. All right, next up we have, are you ready? Are you ready, Miss Julie Provost? Bring it, girl. Bring it.
I don't bring it very much.
Come on, girl. Bring it. Bring it. Get it.
All right.
Oh my gosh, Julie and I met in 3D. Last weekend. 2 years. Go ahead, girl. Wait a minute. Let me change this thing for y'all. You feeling it? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody, I see someone shaking their head, but I see someone saying yes. All right, come on. Our newest conversation story. All right, come on, girl. Walk it out for us.
Yeah, this is my music.
Go ahead, girl. Get it.
First, I need a basketball.
Is this what you're running to, Lori?
No.
Lori likes to run, and that was one of the things she told me when we first met online, as we were discussing her coming on as a conversation starter. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Well, but she picked them because I don't think the rest of us picked her. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. It's been a long day. It's been a long week.
That's okay.
No, we need someone that likes to run to balance out the non-runners. Yeah. There you go.
And I think most of us don't like to run, but that's okay. All right. Last but most definitely not least. All right. Are you ready, Miss Grace? Bring it, girl.
Hey. Y'all have me sweating backstage waiting for my turn. When you switched that jam, I was like, that's not my stuff.
Okay. Oh, go Grace. Look at that Marine spouse representing over here, grooving.
Hey.
All right, come on, conversation starters. Let's show the world that we know how to party, have a good time, and bring the conversation.
There you go, Anna. Look at you.
All right, let me get my life together. Let's get this party started. All right, turning that volume down so we can get to our show. All righty, ladies, let's talk about showing yourself some love. It's February. It is the month of love. And we go around showing everyone else love, and that's great. But we forget about ourselves. Now, when I talk about showing yourself love this month, I'm talking about showing yourself love every day of the year, 365 days of the year. But we're first going to start out talking about what self-love is. And it is the appreciation and acceptance of yourself. How you feel about, keyword, yourself. Not how everybody else sees you or thinks of you. It's what you think about yourself. It's how you feel about yourself and how you treat. Keyword, you.
Yourself.
And look, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love me some me. Okay, I am my biggest fan. If no one else is cheering for me, if no one else is loving me, I am loving myself. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't always like myself, but I love myself. And when I start not really liking myself, I have to check it. I got to take a long look at myself. Actually, as a matter of fact, one of our junior conversation starters, Jasmine, I love her dearly. But that's my oldest child. She puts me in check all the time. And she lets me know when I'm getting out of pocket, when I get a little extra. And I have to pull back and realize that I need to take care of myself. So that is what we are going to really focus on today. The importance of taking care of you. Because I'm a firm believer that self-love and self-care go hand in hand. Y'all look. Hand in hand. So in the comments, tell me how you feel about yourself. Do you always like yourself? Tell me. I want to know. Because I'm nosy. Go ahead, drop it in the comments. And it's okay if you don't always like yourself, but you should most definitely always love yourself and have positive thoughts about yourself each and every day. Yo, I wake up every morning. Eye boogers, snot, slobber, hair in. Have y'all seen pictures? I've shared pictures on social media of me in my headscarf, y'all. I look like Marge Simpson. All this hair goes up in it. But I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself, Sybil, I love you today. And I give myself a big old hug. Yes, every morning. I do. After I pee and wash my hands. I got to pee first, wash my hands. Wash your hands, y'all. Wash your hands. And then I give myself a big old hug. Yeah. Sorry. I went rogue for a minute. Please excuse me. But as I was saying, there's the importance of taking care of yourself. So what are some ways that you take care of yourself? And we're going to start out with Anna, who is our self-care guru here. And we're all going to touch a little bit on, I'm hot, y'all. I'm sorry. I have a shirt on underneath this. Sorry. I have a shirt on.
You never know what's going to happen on this show.
I'm sorry. I got hot. All right, go ahead, Anna. Let me turn my camera off for a minute and give it.
Okay. So for me, self-love is a lot of self-care, like you were talking about, because I'm going to take my glasses off because it's distracting me with the glare. But I feel like I live at 90 miles an hour every day. You know, I only have 2 kids, but I have a military spouse. So a lot of the domestic life is all on me, which is fine. You know, it's me taking everybody everywhere and doing everything. So I do have to remind myself to stop, pause. My word for the year is simplify. So this year I'm trying to simplify everything in my life. So I have to stop and pause and make myself do things like brush my teeth, take a shower, those things that you don't really think about as self-love or self-care, but it's super important. There was a book out there about girl, wash your face, things like that. You have to make sure to do those things before you get going in the morning. Because I know the mornings where I wake up and I just get going and going and going and I don't brush my teeth or wash my face, I feel awful. I take it out on everybody around me. But as soon as I wash my face or take a shower, I do feel better. So self-care, it doesn't have to be this huge ordeal. It can be as simple as washing and moisturizing your face. If you're going to wash, you need to moisturize. Just a little tip there. And if you want to put the icing on the cake, put some eye cream on, no matter your age. If you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever your age, put some eye cream on at the end and you will feel fabulous. So that's my basic tip, is just taking care of that basic hygiene that I don't know why, but we'll be like, oh, just 5 more minutes. I don't need to wash my face today, or I'm too tired to, do it before I go to bed. It is super important to do that.
Yes, most definitely brushing your teeth. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And maybe switching some mouthwash too. Just saying.
Just a little bit.
Sorry. My husband tells me that every morning because I try to kiss him in the morning. So he gets up at 4 o'clock, and so I just like to mess with him sometimes. I'm not awake at 4 o'clock, but if I am, I'm like, oh dear, come here. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Grace, what do you do to take care of yourself?
I've been really bad at this for a really long time, but I'm learning. It's a learning process. But this year I actually chose something. I feel like if I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna do better, and I don't have a goal, then I'm not gonna achieve it. So this year I get dressed every day and I pick an outfit that is more than just leggings and a t-shirt. Even though it looks like I'm wearing a t-shirt, it's actually dressed with fringe. But I get dressed, and I'm always using the excuse of like clothes are so expensive, blah blah blah. Well, every time I see something on clearance that I really like, or discounted or whatever, I allow myself to get it because I know the next day that I wear it, it's going to make me feel better. I feel like I can conquer the day. I don't feel so sluggish, and it's just that making myself feel presentable. It's for no one else. I really don't care what everybody else thinks about my outfit. Don't care. It's for me. It's how I feel on the inside, and it's how it's going to make my day for the rest of the time. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yes, getting dressed for the day, even if you're just sitting in the house, it transforms your entire mood. It really does. It really, really does.
Absolutely. And I think too, even if you don't get dressed right away in the morning and you're getting dressed at 1 p.m., it doesn't matter. Just get dressed for the day. Even if it's for an hour, for 30 minutes, whatever, just get dressed, just do it. And I do the same thing of like, whether it's a little bit of mascara or a full face or whatever, just a little bit of something anytime during your day before you go to bed. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm. It is worth it. You are worth it. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm afraid to ask Lori. Wait a minute. Look, she's gonna say, go for a 10-mile run.
I'm actually not. I'm not this time. So, of course, a part of my self-care is to get up and work out in the morning. But I'm on the second deployment in a year. So my self-care lately is put the boundaries out so that I can get my 8 hours of sleep, because I got kids to take care of. I have work and I need my 8 hours. So I'm putting the boundaries. I'm not going to do stuff. I'm going to get my sleep. And then just to explore, to adventure. I love to travel, and traveling right now is a little bit difficult still. So just exploring, pretending I'm a tourist where I'm at. Those are kind of my self-care things that I've been on lately, is sleep and exploring. So no running, not right now. I won't say that.
Look, I'm glad you included not right now, because we know you're going to be, yeah, let's go. I went for a run. Everybody, let's go run. Be like,
I mean, yes, everybody with their mental health, work out, eat right, drink.
I'll walk fast.
Walk fast, do something, but also get 8 hours of sleep.
Yes, that sleep is so important.
That's important. Yeah.
And my doctor just told me last week he was so funny. I was looking at him like, oh, dude, I really want to punch you in your throat right now. And I think I saw him on Thursday. And so every Thursday is Throat Punch Thursday, right? And so I remember sitting there and he's like, find you some heels and go run. And not high heels, Julie, heels. Inclines. And I was like, dude, look, I've only seen you. Well, no, I have seen him a lot. I've seen him probably like 5 times, but we have never talked about my past workout life. And even if we had, I would have been sure to tell him I do not run. So yeah, Lori, I'll be coming to you for some running tips.
I'll give them to you. We'll do a walk run.
Yes,
you can
crawl run.
Yeah, there you go. You just got to move. That's fine.
Yes. But yeah, sleep and some type of physical activity is amazing for your self-care. All right, Nishita or Julie, I don't care which one of you go next. Choose. Let's do paper, rock, scissors. Ready?
All right.
Paper, rock, scissors, shoot. Rock.
I guess, does that mean I go? Okay. I think for me, it's putting up those boundaries and saying no to a lot of things. And even saying no to my kids. Like, sometimes I just have to be like, no, we're not doing that right now. We can do that next week, but we can't do that right now because.
Wait a minute. You tell your kids no? What, girl? What?
But just kind of making sure that I'm not taking on too much and that I have time to breathe and to read and to relax and to chill, and trying not to feel guilty about that because that's the rub. Like, it's really easy, especially I think as women and moms, that we feel like we have to say yes to everything, but we don't. So that's kind of a way to, be able to spend that time to reflect and relax and not be so busy.
That hit it home for me about the guilt. I feel like that has been my number one, like, self-care, self-love, like, just pin in it, is that I feel guilty. And for what reason? It's in our minds, honestly. It's society. It's we let all this come in at us, and I'm like, at the end of the day, for what? Like, it's my life. No one's living my life. No one's in this house with me. No one's raising my kids. No one's doing all these things. Like, these are my choices that I need to make for me, no one else. And like, once you kind of start letting yourself get over that, like, so many doors open, and like, life just seems so much better.
And it's like, then you are leaving room for the yes, the most important yeses, and
the yes for you. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and I'm a firm believer that you are the most important yes. Always. Look, y'all, even before I said I do to my husband, I was like, look, dude, I do not do what I do not want to do ever. And I am just a little bit selfish, but I had to change that narrative too, that it's not being selfish for taking care of myself. But I used to look at it as being selfish, but I fully embraced being selfish in putting myself first. I always tell people that in my home, and they look at me crazy when I say this, but it's real. In my home, in my life, it is God, myself, and then my husband. We run a very close race because I have to take care of myself in order to take care of him. Then our children. And yet, yes, y'all, I said it. My children are not before my husband. My husband was here before the children, okay? And I believe all of that trickles down. If I have God first, I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of my husband. My children are then happy because they're like, hey, because look, I have tried it the other way around. When we first had Jasmine, I didn't know. I was a new mom, and I was putting her a little bit before my husband. I think that only lasted a couple of months because things were tense, not from him, but from me. Because I was working, I wasn't being fulfilled. I wasn't receiving the love that I needed from him because I wasn't allowing him to love me the way that I needed to be loved because I was putting my child first. But anywho, we could talk about that a whole nother time. Look, that's a social hour after dark discussion. There we go. Wrote it down. Sorry, y'all. I am extra robed today. Just forgive me. But that's a very good point, Julie. Of saying no, even to your children. It's okay. They will be all right. Like, go over there and play with the truck by yourself. Good. I promise you, mommy needs 15 minutes. Or, nope. I cannot take you to this party. You can't go. We're not doing it today. It's all right. All right, Nashida. Look, Nashida giving me the look like, shut up, Sybil.
That's you be giving me the look. I ain't said nothing else, so I didn't get the look. So what I like to do is I like to take just a couple of minutes to breathe, like some deep breathing, like into my stomach breaths, like fill up my lungs breaths, just maybe like 3 or 4 times, just get some oxygen circulating through my body to my brain. Sit down for a moment. I like to meditate for at least, maybe I might carve out 5 minutes, and that's enough usually. Dinner, like, because I could get kind of frantic in my mind, like, I have all this stuff going on, just a little bit of time to meditate. And then I like to do what Anna said. I like to wash my face. I like face creams are like my favorite thing, and serums, and put, get my face clean and moisturized. And sometimes I like to put on makeup. Other days I'm not a big makeup person, but I do like makeup. I think it's fun to get into it and make different, like, looks and things like that. And I like to go to the spa. Like, it's my favorite thing to do in terms of self-care, but I can't always get there. So I like to keep like luxurious body products on hand so I could have a nice shower, just like something very soft. I don't really like baths, but I like, different products that make you feel like, nice, makes your skin soft. Just pamper yourself a little bit. Like that's the stuff I like to do.
I like you talking about pampering yourself because, yes, look, we all need to treat ourselves sometimes. Sometimes we need to give ourselves a few extra pieces of chocolate or, dozen of roses, just saying. Every now and then. Look,
Anna, no, see, that's right, Anna, that's right.
Anna is pampering herself right now. What you doing, girl?
When you can. I'm doing a little pre-cleanse before my mask. See, it doesn't have to be hard. Just do a little pre-cleanse on your Facebook Live. It feels so nice. Woo!
And music to go with that.
Maybe.
Okay, here. Let's see what we got for you. Let's see. We like to have fun up in here, y'all. We like to have fun. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get that pre-cleanse on.
Girl.
Get that makeup off, ladies. Or if you're not wearing makeup, get that crud from the day off, all that pollution.
Those eyelashes.
That feels nice.
Those eyelashes to get those eye
I'm not going to take off my eyes on the Facebook Live. But I'm gonna get my mask on, and not that mask. It can be whatever mask you have. Ooh, she thinks I'm crazy.
I need one of those brushes. Those are nice.
It's a silicone brush, so that way you don't have to get it all over your hands.
That's smart.
Look, thank you for turning my camera on, because now I can see what I'm doing. No, it's not. I'm not painting my eyeballs. Yeah, get your favorite mask, put it on 10 minutes. That's all you have to put a mask on for. 10, maybe 20.
What's your favorite mask?
Huh?
What's your favorite mask?
I like them all. This one happens to be a clay mask. I like charcoal masks. I like hydration masks. I like them all. They all do different things. So this one has a scent to it, like a peony scent. So I like that, but it's clay. So it just feels good, and I know it's de-stressing my skin, and it makes you like think through it. I think the biggest thing when you're taking me time, no matter what it is, whether you're running, listening to music, putting a face mask on, whatever you're doing, think about what you're doing. Don't just be doing it and thinking about the next thing that you're about to run off and do, like in crazy land.
Yeah,
So
present,
it's
be
kind of like
present.
that being present
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not
idea.
gonna lie.
So,
When I'm taking my me time, I'm not thinking
how
about
that
nothing.
feels
I'm
as you're doing
drooling.
those.
My me time is
So I'm
sleeping.
gonna leave your
I'm
number 10.
taking a nap. Okay.
Yes. I took a house except my dogs. I took a nap.
Hey, nap is the best thing ever. Best thing ever. Now, one other thing that I do that really helps me and helps me show, I show myself a little love, and it helps me feel good about myself because, hey, y'all, things have been weird for me these last few months, and I've had to readjust my self-care. Just because what I was doing with my naps and taking my me time, I always talk about taking 15. Someone is echoing. I don't know who has one of the sites in the background, but one of y'all have it on and you're echoing. Sorry. Grace is laughing. She's like, it's not me. You heard it too, right? Okay, thank you. I'm like, wait. But I'm really big on me time, and I define me time as taking 15 to 60 minutes every day just for you, doing something that you love doing. And I've had to adjust that just a little bit because I've talked about it before. There's just some things for me medically that has happened that look, Nishita's smiling over there because I don't want to hear it, Nishita. I don't want to hear it. I told you to slow down. I told you. Julie's laughing too. All of y'all are laughing. All of y'all are laughing. But over the last few months, I'm like, oh crap, maybe I need to listen and slow down a little bit and take a little bit more time for myself. And just get my life together. But one of the things that gives me life, that peps me up, y'all see I put my shirt back on because I cooled down. But what I do is I grab my heels. Yes, these bad boys. Well, not always these exact ones, but a pair of heels because I love my heels. My heels put me on some earrings.
Those are awesome heels.
Oh, shoot, I just sprayed myself in the face. Oh my gosh. I sprayed myself in the mouth and the eye. But yeah, I grab my heels or a similar pair. All of my heels are, yeah. I got to step out, y'all. And that was one of the hardest things when the doctors took my heels away from me. That's what I told the physical therapist. She's like, what's your goal? I said, get back in my high heels. But yeah, grab my heels. I get dressed, throw on a little bit of makeup, just a little bit. I'm not spray it this time. And hit the town. And it changed my whole mood. It really does. Just getting out, talking to people, coming here, doing the conversation. It changes my entire mood. Like, this is part of my self-care. I know it sounds a little crazy, a little weird, maybe, but I have realized how important it is for me to engage with others, whether it's through virtual connection or in person. It's something that I need. And I think most of us need it a little bit every now and then. So yeah, but those are the ways that I love on myself. I treat myself. Don't tell my husband. Let me blow myself. No, actually, I'm gonna keep y'all on here. I'm not gonna just put the screen on me. I'm going to the mall tomorrow. I'm going shopping, y'all. I'm going to buy myself some new clothes.
We're going to need a shopping haul when you're done.
Yeah,
You're going to have to hop on this live real quick and show us.
I'm going to do some. Look, I'm like, don't tell my husband. Look, my husband has been the one telling me to go. He's like, go get your life together. And, he's like, show yourself some love and buy something for you. And showing yourself love doesn't always have to cost you money. It is getting yourself dressed. It is taking time for yourself. It's going for a walk around your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's fixing
listening to your music
at lunchtime. Yes, listen to some music. And hey, we play music all the time up in Conversations. We always having some jams. We started a thread just the other day about our favorite dance songs. Yeah, y'all, that went way south. Look, I was showing my age and my ratchetness when I was young.
Yeah. It's because on the way home, some of
come on now,
the favorite songs came on in the car. So.
Why y'all looking like that? Y'all don't know that song? That's what your mama gave ya. Come on. Yeah, that was me in the club back in the day. Way back in the day. I didn't have much to shake, but I shook what I had.
Sometimes you be taking me too far back into the 90s.
Girl, look, that's when you were in the club in the 90s.
I be trying to act like I don't know what you're talking about, because then I have to be like, break my pretend mode of how old I am. You be like, you remember when you was in high school? No, I don't remember that. That's part of my self-care. Change my age.
Change your age.
And not acknowledge my age. Also, I like to listen to something funny every day. Like at least one thing that's funny, just to lighten up everything. Sometimes you get all serious. You can get mad or whatever. Like sometimes you get irritated. And then you watch something funny and, you find yourself laughing.
Yes.
In a better mood, I do try to get in, but sometimes, you can get on the social media videos and they just suck your life away for 2 hours. You're like, just came here to watch a couple of videos, and then 3 hours later, you're like, oh, let me get up from here and go do something.
Unless it's here at Millspouse Conversations. You keep watching the video.
Just keep scrolling through them.
Yes, because we're going to always have something for you. We are entertaining. We are your resource. Oh, look, we're entertaining and resourceful. We are inspiring, and we for real entertaining. Hey, we will entertain you probably in areas that you're like, why did they just say that? What the heck? But we bring real conversation. We're real and raw. What you see is what you get. Just say, especially with me anyway. I am rogue as all get out. You best keep up.
I know. I'm waiting for you to take your shirt off again. Like, I'm trying to brace myself. And someone might get undressed. I was shocked last time. Like, we taking our clothes off. I take mine off. I got a shirt on under here. I don't know.
I was like, am I having a hot flash? What the heck is going on?
I know, and it's making me jealous with that mask on. It's morning time here.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. It's morning time for you. Well, you have to do your mask. Well, you can still do a mask in the middle of the day.
I could do that.
I have a little bit of a tip. I think being a male spouse and being on the younger side, a lot of kind of my age group have a lot of little ones. So I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And let me tell you, they're always up my butt. So self-care is really hard sometimes. Let's be honest. Okay. So something I've learned is kids are so curious. So if I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do a face mask, or hey, I'm going to go do this, or hey, I'm going to do that, they're like, oh, I want to do it. Oh, I want to do it. Right. You can't just shoo them away because they're in their mind now. They're like, oh, she's going to do this. I wonder what that is. So I've learned to include them in the beginning. So I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do a face mask. I'll buy the little Dollar Tree sheet ones and I'll put it on my 3-year-old and be like, okay, here's yours. Now go do this while mama does whatever else I'm doing. Or my little one, we'll make like a little sugar paste one and we'll put a little bit on her nose and then she's happy. All you have to do is kind of like calm that curiosity a little bit of what you're going to do. And whenever you do it again, they'll leave you alone because they've already done it. They've already experienced it. So they're not going to be bugging you as much. But I mean, it's just something I learned. I don't know if it'll work for everybody, but if they're up your butt like my kids are, that's how you get them away for a little bit.
That's a good tip. That also brings me to this point, Grace, that it's important that we teach our kids now while they are young, that it is the importance of, I'm sorry, y'all. My brain is saying, oh, sorry. I can crack a joke. I can crack a joke at myself. All right. It's okay. It is okay. The stroke brain is going, no, we're done for the day, but that's all right. But it is so important that we teach our kids self-care now. Because I think a lot of times what we do is we do shoo them away, which, hey, my kids are 17, 15, and 13 now. And I'm like, hey, y'all go over there. But as they have gotten older and I've watched them with this, I'm always like, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You're coming in from school, get your homework done, do this, do that. And they're like, hey, yo, we just need a moment. But we don't teach our kids that taking time for themselves is important. We teach them because society has trained us to always be in that hustle and bustle mode versus slowing down and reflecting on ourselves and taking care of ourselves. And that is okay. As much as I'm going to resent saying this, because they're going to get me on this, it is okay that they tell you in a respectful way. I don't want to say no, but Mom, I'll do it in a minute. Because I am that mother that's like, get in and clean that kitchen now. And they're like, hey, I just need 15 minutes. Now, as an adult, I wish my mama would have given me that 15 minutes. Well, I did learn to take it before I left the house. Shh, don't tell it. And my mama watches. So, yes, I'm 44 years old, but my mama still has a little bit of, there's a little bit of fear. There's still a little bit of fear. Just saying. But, yeah, just letting our kids learn that it's okay, or not learn, but teaching them that it is okay to take time for themselves. And as they get older, to give them that time to do absolutely nothing. It is okay if they do nothing. Because over Christmas break, I was like, ooh, if y'all don't, and then I had to remember, hey, they're on break. They're not in school. They want to sit back and do nothing, just like I want to sit back and do nothing. That was my long-winded way of saying, yes, Grace. Your tip for the little ones, but as they get older, let them sit back and enjoy their moment of silence.
100%. I learned that with my sister as a teenager. Like when you're on them and you're yelling at them and you're telling them no, they're not even listening to you. They're just bugged at that point. They don't care what's coming out of your mouth next, right? They already shut you out. So you give them that minute or two and it's going to get done. It doesn't have to be that moment. It really, really doesn't, right? That's that whole like be still thing. Like it doesn't, if it takes an extra 5 minutes before they do the dishes, fine. If the floor is a little dusty for another 10 minutes, fine. Like it's all good. It'll get done.
It is all good. And while they taking some time for themselves, you sit there and prop your feet up and watch them take time for themselves. So both of y'all just sitting there literally looking at one another waiting to see who's going to get up and do it. And don't you budge. They'll eventually do it. That's just a parent. That's a parenting thing right there. That's not what we're talking about at this very moment. But, I will tell you this, when I do not take time for myself, and this is again from my children who are junior conversation starters, and they are going to share, they're going to do a recording and we're going to share it. They are brutal. They're like, you know what, mommy? Don't let your cup get empty. And I actually don't even let my, people say you cannot pour from an empty cup. I don't even pour from a full cup. You get the overflow. All right. My cup is never, ever. It's always running over. Always. Because even when it's at the brim, I'm running around like a crazy lady. And my children tell me that. They're like, ooh, you are being really extra right now. I need you to go have a seat. Yes, I gave them permission to have free speech one day. Not free speech, but to freely express themselves. That was really hard for me because I was like, and they were like, you look like a crazy lady when you are not relaxing, when you have not taken time for yourself. Then I asked my husband and he agreed.
My daughter said that to me the other day. She was like, Mom, I think you're stressed out. You're being mean and crazy. Do you need some fizzy water? And I was like,
fizzy? Wait a minute. What's fizzy water?
Yeah, it's sparkling water.
Oh.
Because I guess my habit is I'll grab one and I'll sit on the couch and I'll drink it and I'll relax. And so she's like, you need to get some fizzy water and sit down because we're going crazy.
Yeah, they notice that. They do.
Yeah, they do.
They notice it young too. My little will be like, Mommy, are you grumpy? And the second she says, I'm like, no, I'm not grumpy anymore. When a little 3-year-old calls you out, you're like, all right, check yourself, right? Yeah. Check yourself.
My crazy is showing again.
Getting called out by a 3-year-old. Does anyone else have anything else to say before we say goodnight? I think this has been a great conversation. And some great tips for the viewers. Hey, while you're watching, if you're still watching, well, you are, because I see y'all still watching us live, or you're watching the recording, we want you to continue to always watch us live. But if you're watching the recording right now, drop your tips in the comments. We want to know. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you do to show yourself love. What do you do? And remember, love is an action word, right? We show love to everyone else around us, to our spouses, to our children, to our friends, to other family members, to our co-workers. Hey, show yourself a little love too. We start out small by washing your face, hugging yourself. Give yourself a big old hug. Why y'all looking at me like that?
I'm not a hugger. I'm not a hugger.
No, but I hug myself.
I do hug like I'm not a hugger, not even for myself. Don't be hugging me to yourself.
I'm a hug you, Nishita. I'm not a hugger either. And when I met Julie,
we did hug.
Yeah, we did hug. We're like,
I reciprocate a hug, but I don't try to reach out for one. So I'm not gonna block. I don't Heisman nobody. I'm not like, no, you don't get the stiff arm, but I ain't gonna initiate it. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna initiate.
No, I'll stiff arm you. If you come in to hug me, I'm like, hey.
Thanks,
like Mr. Bean. That mean
you talking about your cup running over with what? With what? Bitter juice? Like you over there, like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cup running over with a slap in the face. Like dang, cup running over, but don't come at me. You over there talking about giving yourself a hug, but nobody else can hug you.
Okay, guys, I will admit this. I have been asking for hugs.
Oh.
from my children. I know y'all like, you didn't even hug your kids. No, I'm like, I know. Look, Grace is like, dang, Sybil, you didn't even hug your kids. No,
You knew as soon as she said she put that out, she wasn't hugging no kids. They're the ones who come at you. They're the ones that come at you the most. And if you stiff arm them, you already know that stiff arm was for them. Like, I don't know, my grandma, I don't know where you've been. Like, what?
I hugged them when they were younger. And I mean, we hug now. Like, we would hug, but it was kind of like a quick hug. But now I'm like, can you just hug me? And the other day, because my kids are brutal, they're just, I said, can I have a hug? And they hug me. And then I just like release. Like, I just let my body go. And Jasmine was like, okay, that's weird now. Because she's like,
you're making it weird.
yeah, she was like, no, you needed a hug. She's like, I could tell you needed a hug. And I was like,
Yes, I spent my whole like young life and adulthood of my grandmother raised get away, no kisses. She'd hide me you in the face. Like if you came in to kiss her, she'd be like, oh, you get that little quick like wait. But when she got real older, like much older in her 80s, then she'd be like, oh, come give me a hug and a kiss. And I always feel like, I don't want to hug you. And she'd say, you ain't gonna hug your grandma? And I'd be like, no, it was so bad. And then when she got older, though, I'd be like, okay, I'd give her a hug and stuff. But it was so weird. Like if you was my mom, Sybil, I wouldn't hug you. I'd be like, get away from me. I'm so mean. I'm so mean and spiteful. I'd be like, man.
we always do the quick hugs. Like just the quick hugs.
I'm just kidding. I give you a quick hug.
Now I'm like, I need a hug. I even told my husband last time, I was like, I need a hug. Just hug me. Okay, this is really TMI, y'all. This is TMI right now. But hey, we real. He's like, are you okay? He's like, you good, right? Because I've never wanted a hug from him. Like, he's the hugger, he's the cuddler, right? And I'm like, yeah. Good night. Like that. That is me. He's like, oh, okay, you want a hug? You want me to actually hold you tonight? Yeah. He's like, okay.
You really are at Sybil 2.0.
Yeah, Sybil 2.0. He's like, okay, just let your guard down. So he's always like, you're always so tense.
You trying to get a hug like this? Hold me. And he's like, girl, you as stiff as a board over there. Like you just like, you really
hey, whatever.
You always telling me, the shoulders will help. Just, relax those shoulders. You can't get a hug like this, Sybil. You just can't. Go do it.
That's me. Like, hey, okay. Hey. All right, guys.
Like, hug me, don't touch me. Hug me, don't touch me. Please hug me, don't touch me.
Yup, that's about yes, that's about how it went. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We have just been chatting. See, I told you, we all have the gift of gab up in here. We just be talking, sharing. We hope that this episode inspired you. And be sure to tune in on the third Thursday. We will be back. And we do have a social hour coming up on the 24th as well. So every fourth Thursday of the month, we do have a social hour. And we are doing Conversations and Coffee on Monday. That is on our website. So if you go to millspouseconversations.com, click on tickets, you can grab a seat and come behind the scenes and chat with us. Those chats, our social hours and our Conversations and Coffees are not streamed live. So, hey, just saying. you never know what direction that conversation may go. But we're there to have a good time. We're there to inspire, and we are there to support. And I will speak from personal experience with these ladies. They are amazing women and supporters, because they show up and deal with me all the time, and they have been great supporters throughout my own struggles. Yeah, I've been, they get on to me. They tell me to chill out, to sit down, and I keep trucking along, and then they come behind me. I told you to sit down, chill out, relax, and deal with all of my crazy randomness. But hey, yo, what you see is what you get. All right. Have a good night. I have a video for you. There we go. Oh, I messed that up. My bad. Let me try this again.